welcome to the channel. My name is Mary, this is Pennies Not Perfection, and today we're going to be talking about Roth IRAs. They are the best retirement account in my opinion. I've had mine for over a decade now and I love this account. But when I started talking about contributing to my 2020 Roth IRA last time I did a Transfer Tuesday video, people had a ton of questions. It turns out the Roth IRA thing is a little confusing, and because there's a bunch of names and letters, and a lot of the comments asked how to open a Roth IRA, why you should use a Roth IRA, and what exactly they were. So I figured I'd do a little video on an introduction to Roth IRAs as a type of account you might want to be using in your overall financial world. So I'm going to do this video talking about what Roth IRAs are, why you should open one, and where you can open one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I will do a future video on the actual walkthrough process of opening an account at one of my favorite companies. Okay, first, I love my Roth IRA and I think everyone should have one. If you have a 401k, you should be using it. And if you don't have a 401k option available to you, you should have a Roth IRA. The very basics, IRA means individual retirement account, and Roth is just the name of the person that helped create the bill that gives us the option to contribute money to these accounts. Roth IRAs in particular are awesome for saving for retirement because you're contributing with post-tax money. So you've already paid taxes on the money that you're using. This is money you get in your paycheck after you've paid taxes. Then you put that money into a Roth IRA and it grows tax-free forever. You get to let the money grow tax-free, and then later down the road when you need that money in retirement, you get to pull it out tax-free as well. You don't have to pay taxes on it. This is compared to a traditional IRA where you're putting money in pre-tax. So you're putting money in and getting the tax benefits now, but then you have to pay money later when you're pulling the money out to use. You'll pay taxes then. It might make sense to use both accounts, but for today we're going to talk about the Roth IRA because tax-free growth is amazing, and if you're eligible for a Roth IRA, I think you should be using one. There are a few rules about Roth IRAs that can make it kind of confusing as well. You have to earn under a certain amount of income. If you are a single filing person, you have to earn $122,000 or less to contribute. From $124,000 up to $139,000, you can contribute a reduced amount to your Roth IRA. If you are a married couple and you file your taxes jointly, then you can contribute if your income is $196,000 or less. So this is for 2020. If it is a different year when you're watching this video, the basics of it are still going to be the same, but the income caps are going to be different because they go up every year, and so do the contribution amounts. Speaking of contribution amounts, the current contribution that you can put in a Roth IRA is $6,000. There is a cap on how much money you can put into these accounts because it is an amount that grows tax-free, and they have to limit that for the future government so that they have some tax revenue coming in anyway. Before you open an account, you'll want to make sure that you're eligible and that you earn the amount of money that allows you to contribute to one of the plans. And then you also want to make sure that you're not contributing more than the cap. So you wouldn't add more than $6,000 for the year in 2020. So a Roth IRA is an individual retirement account. This just means it's a type of account. The name of the account does not determine what's inside of the account. It's basically the box, the type of account, and then you put in the type of investments that you want to use. Roth IRAs are a type of account that have a few more benefits, and one of those benefits is that you can withdraw your contributions without a penalty before you hit retirement age. This means that you can pull out the money that you put in. You can't take out the earnings, that will be penalized, but the money that you put in can be pulled out for times when you need it. They also have certain provisions for taking money out when you need to do something like a first-time home purchase. You'll have to check the rules on both of those things, but those are some benefits to a Roth IRA that are not available with other types of retirement accounts. Overall, I think there are a ton of benefits to a Roth IRA, and I think that for most of us, if we're earning under the amount to be eligible, we should be contributing to this type of retirement account. I also contribute to my 401k, but I do limit that to meet the match of my employer. Beyond that, I think the Roth IRA is a great option to keep saving for retirement. Okay, let's talk about how to choose where to open a Roth IRA. The thing that makes Roth IRAs super confusing is that everyone and just everyone offers them. You can open a Roth IRA at a bank. You can open one at a brokerage. You can open one at almost any financial institution possible because it's just that box that you put investments in. It's a type of account and everyone wants to offer that type of account. However, when everyone offers something and you don't really know what to put in it, it can be super confusing and overwhelming. I think overwhelm makes a lot of us put off things that are good for us. So you might know that opening a Roth IRA is a good thing for you. It's something you should do. But when you go to do it, it's very overwhelming because everyone offers them and there's thousands of options both for where to open an account and what to put in it. If you feel that way, it's okay, it's understandable, but you should start one wherever you feel most comfortable. You can always roll it over to another institution once you feel more comfortable and have learned more about both the institution and the type of investment that you want for yourself. Personally, my favorite places to open a Roth IRA are online brokerages or traditional brokerages that have online options because I do all of my banking online. I'm a typical millennial. I don't go into branches. I opened my Roth IRA years ago without ever stepping foot in a branch. I don't even know if Vanguard has branches, but I think that banking online has made these type of accounts and these type of investments so much more accessible. So those are my personal favorite, and that's why I recommend and give links to all sorts of different places online where you can get started. I also like these because they make it really user-friendly and easy. You can do low cost. There aren't a lot of fees associated with the accounts and the investments that you're putting in your Roth IRAs. So this saves you money in the long run and allows you to take control of your money and not have to pay someone to do it for you. There's also options where there are robo-advisors, which are basically algorithms that help invest based on what you want to do with your money. And those can be a great option if you want to just kind of set it and forget it, but still have some guidance beyond just your own picks. Some people do prefer managed accounts, and that's totally okay. It can feel a lot better when you have a financial advisor to guide you through what to pick and where to open accounts, but it's not necessary. It really isn't. You are smart enough to make your own choices. You can educate yourself online with reasonable and good financial resources with people that you trust and take that knowledge and do it yourself. That saves you money and it makes you feel empowered when you're investing your money and doing it for yourself. Doing weekly or monthly contributions will also add up and make you feel empowered as well. So I highly recommend figuring out where you want to open an account and do it yourself. Figure out where you prefer to go. Okay, let's talk about where exactly to open it. Like I said, there are hundreds and thousands of places where you can open a Roth IRA, and that can be overwhelming. So if you see a company recommended and you are curious about whether or not the person recommending it has a financial interest, if you're ever unsure about whether or not the information you're getting from a blogger or a YouTuber is good, or if they have something to gain financially, whether they say it or not in their channel, you can always take the name of the company and then affiliate program in quotes and search in Google and see if there is an affiliate program or not. You can find out pretty easily if the company even offers this type of advertising, and a lot don't when they are bigger. For instance, I use and love Vanguard, and they do not give anyone money for recommending them or referrals. So if someone is recommending Vanguard, you know it's because they actually love the company, not because they have something to gain financially. I'm not saying that when people recommend things that they are doing it only to gain financially, but it is nice to know when that is happening, and that is why there are laws and FTC regulations and guidelines on what we as influencers can say. So let's start with the one that I use. I use Vanguard, and I've used them for years. They actually started out pretty terrible with the website and user-friendly nature of their investing platform because I had so much trouble figuring out when I first started years ago. Their website was pretty clunky. They've improved a lot over the years, but they are the standard. They are so great for low cost funds. So you can combine the best of a platform like M1 with Vanguard funds for a kind of do-it-yourself mix of the best of both worlds, in my opinion. They are a huge provider of mutual funds, which is what I personally use and recommend in Roth IRAs. I don't pick single stocks in a Roth IRA. I go for a broad, general-based approach where it's diversified and you are investing in the larger market as a whole. That's my personal approach. Take it or leave it. I am not a professional, but that's just what we do. Before you pick any bank account or any brokerage, I would definitely recommend reading all the reviews and going through the reviews and reading on the specific type of account you want to open. So if you want to open a Roth IRA, I would go to Google and type in Fidelity Roth IRA reviews and see what pops up and see what you can find out. Generally, with any of these type of companies, you're probably going to get a lot of good reviews and not too many negative ones. I would read kind of the ones in the middle instead of the 5 and 1 stars because those can be super extreme, and get a good idea of what you're looking for. You can also do a Roth IRA at another company or a new company or a company that does an alternative investment option, but those are generally more advanced. So if you're just starting out and you're new to investing in a Roth IRA, I would recommend starting with a known platform with a well-respected company, so that way you know what you're getting into and you can just contribute from there. And then eventually, if you want to diversify or move to another platform once you've learned more, you can do that then. Okay, you've opened an account, so what do you put in your account? A Roth IRA is just an account. It's that box that we talked about. So it's just an account and you need to put investments in it. You need to put something in it. Otherwise, when you send money to that account, it'll likely just sit there in cash, earning you no money, and with inflation, actually losing you money. So you have to pick something for your money to go into for the account. The Roth IRA is just an account that's protected from taxes and treated in a special way. So you have to fill it with investments, and those can vary widely. There's hundreds of thousands of options for what to actually put in your account. If you did open your Roth IRA with a robo-advisor, you don't have to be specific about your investments here. You generally just have to pick either conservative or aggressive, or how much of either one you want to be. And then the robo-advisor picks your portfolio for you. That can be really nice, so you don't have to spend a lot of time thinking about it or picking investments, which is why I sometimes recommend robo-advisors like Betterment or Ellevest. Generally, in your Roth IRA, you want to pick a balanced portfolio, and that is going to comprise of stocks and bonds. Generally, I go with mutual funds that include a mix of both. Generally, whatever company you use will have an option for you to pick a mutual fund that has a balanced portfolio. So if you're not comfortable picking your own things, you can pick one of the expert-based portfolios and they will just fill that in for you. For example, at Vanguard, they have target date funds, and that is based on a date that you want to retire. So you can pick that, and then it will adjust the portfolio as you get closer to your retirement age. A lot of the experts will kind of like talk shit about things like target date funds, but they can be a really great option. So if you're not sure what to invest in, you can just start with something like that and then progress as you want. And if you never change from that, you know you're still in a good option, even if it's not the most optimized option. A lot of people can get really stuck on this point because it is overwhelming to pick between stocks and bonds and ETFs and what does all of this mean. The glossary of things you need to know what they mean can take a while to learn. And if you're not interested in all that, you can just pick a target date, a mutual fund from the company that you've chosen to have your Roth IRA at, and then just let it be there and let it go for a little bit. The main thing here is to not let overwhelm stop you from moving forward. Picking an expert-based portfolio from the company that you've chosen is a great option, and you can contribute to that and just let it go and grow as you move on. It will rebalance and change on its own, so you don't have to worry about it. And then if you feel more confident, you can pick what's in your Roth IRA to try to maximize your return on your investment. Once you're feeling more confident, you can pick exact items and try to maximize the return that you're getting on the money in your Roth IRA. Many of the companies offer educational content on what to pick and what to put in your Roth IRA for the best options and the best return. So you can take those resources and educate yourself so that you're better able to select your investments inside your account. A lot of the companies also offer one-on-ones with the advisors at the company. So if you're feeling super overwhelmed and you've opened an account but you don't really know what to put in it, reach out to the company, see if they have an advisor and can guide you on what to put inside the account. This, of course, doesn't have to be your only financial advisor ever in life, but they can help you get started. The goal is to get started and to invest consistently over time so that adds up. If you can hit the amount of the contribution for your Roth IRA every year, that is amazing. So that is the goal. There really is no better time to get started with a Roth IRA than right now. And that is true today in 2020. It was true last year in 2019. It's true next year or the year after. The earlier you get started with investing for retirement, the better off you'll be. If you are a teenager or a college student and you're earning an income, I would get started now. The longer you're invested, the more time your money has to grow and compound and grow in itself. So the earlier you get started, the better. Don't let overwhelm or confusion stop you from getting started. You can include in your budget investing in a Roth IRA if that's the only investing you do. And that can be a thing that will get you started and pay for yourself in the future. Your future self will thank you so much that you started this type of account. So remember to check the income limits on a Roth IRA and the contribution limits for the year that you're in currently. And then once you figure that out, go to your Roth IRA or go open one at any of the links I've left down below and start contributing. I promise it is worth it. It will add up, and in the future, your future self will thank you. Like, thank you, Mary. You did so good. Well, thank you, future Mary. I know. Remember that maxing out a Roth IRA is like any other financial goal you have. You need to figure it out, write it down, and then work consistently toward that goal to hit it. This means probably every paycheck you're going to be contributing to your Roth IRA, and I do that with mine as well. I have started doing it on my Transfer Tuesdays, so every Tuesday on this channel, I will likely be sending money to my Roth IRA until it is maxed out. So join me on Tuesdays as I work toward maxing mine out, and you can do it as well. If you have any questions about Roth IRAs or the type of account or where to open one or what to put in it, feel free to leave it down below. I am not an expert. I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment only, but I am always willing to share my experience and what I have as an opinion. So if you like my opinion, feel free to take it. If you don't, throw it away. But the only thing you need to take from this video is to get started if you haven't already. Go now.